Hello all, welcome. This is my first Instagram live post. I'll be doing these weekly to share with you some topics that I go over and discuss with myself, things I'd like to share with you, things that have been on my mind, just topics that I think we can all relate to and help us grow in our day-to-day life. My name is Chakra Zulu. I'm here to share with you a bit of myself, my stories, and everything, and wisdom I've learned across and over the time from various people, teachers, and life itself. The path of the middle eye, a special mystery school called life that we all experience. The topic and episode I'm going to start with today is liberation from what no longer serves us. Before I go in and start on this, I'd just like to always start every session and talk with just a pause for silence for myself and everyone to just pause and give thanks. To sit and reflect on life, the beauty of life, nature, creator, self, and to just give thanks. Starting with breath, to just give thanks for the breath, to give thanks for the beautiful nature we have around us, to give thanks for life. So let's just take this time to just pause and be silent and just give thanks. Thank you, Creator, for everything. So the first topic I was saying is liberation from what no longer serves us in life. Whether you are on a spiritual journey defined and have your direction and goal, or if you're lost and still searching for your path, a part of growth is shedding what is old and what we need to change, things in life that no longer serve us. An example is a butterfly. I recently posted that, which was a butterfly is a caterpillar which goes into a cocoon, and out of the cocoon emerges a butterfly, a completely new being and creature, transformed by God, by His amazing will. And we in ourselves experience this in a different form daily. Every day we wake up is a new day. We wake up and break through the cocoon that we were in yesterday and shed ourselves to be a new being. The things that went on in our life that we did, any shortcomings, successes, failures that happened yesterday are yesterday, or left in yesterday. And today's a new day. If you're a person who might have fallen short the day before, or might not have followed through on something, don't worry about that. Today's a new day. You have a brand new chance to write a new chapter to your life, to write a new page in the book. A new time to express yourself. And that's the beauty of life. We get to wake up every day and start new and fresh. With this being said, I look at a lot of relate back to my life and how things happen, and realize where you have a path of growth you would like to be on. And on that path, you stop and realize that there are blockages which keep us from attaining what we want, from attaining and being our true self, from attaining and being what God meant us to be. These blockages can come in the form of people, it can come in the form of thoughts, it can come in the form of actions, all of which can be blockages to help reaching our true potential. So I want you to just take some time and rest, meditate, and think about what's blocking you from attaining your goals, what's blocking you from achieving and being the person you want to be. So, a perfect example, I'm going to use my life, is, we have decisions and choices that we can make each day. I know myself, and I've always had a spiritual higher calling, and I've realized my higher calling is to help and serve people, to advance myself on my spiritual journey, and to use the knowledge that I receive from my teachers and elders to pass on to others these lessons that I'm learning so they can use and implement into their lives to live a better, self-productive life and to help them find self. So, a lot of times, perfect example, we can use the people we associate with. If you're in school studying, trying to be a doctor, and obviously to do so is a strict, heavy curriculum, which requires discipline, time, focus, and dedication. Now, if you want to be a doctor and go through with that, you have to be dedicated. You have to make that your true goal. You have to dedicate and make your time solely for that. Now, we have distractions that we might have, whether it be friends, activities, or things we want to do. If you're striving to be a doctor, and that's your goal and your plan, and you might not, say, be living up to your academic potential, say, not doing curriculum, finishing work on time, etc., pause and ask yourself when you see these blockages, or whatever the blockage may be, ask yourself, why is this blockage there? What is the cause of this blockage? What is the purpose of this blockage? Is this blockage being put there because of your own actions? Sometimes blockage can be put there, just life. Life puts roadblocks in front of us sometimes to slow us down so we can see a better path. So it takes quite a bit of self-analysis and analysis of life and patterns of what's going on to realize what's blocking you from reaching your goal. So if you're taking the time and want to be a doctor and you're not applying yourself as you should, you're taking your time and spending your time with friends, partying, having fun, and you're not getting the grades or not on par and you're failing and wondering why this is happening, you got to stop and look for a second and realize, hey, is this because of me? What can I do to change in myself and my actions, or be it thoughts or words, to attain and manifest what you want? Some of the biggest blockages that we can have in this sense are thoughts that we have. Negative thoughts, such as not being good enough, not being able to live up to the potential. Those can really dampen and hinder your progress and success, just as much as taking action can. When you think and set a no, I can't, or use a word that's not promoting, I would say in the sense, positivity or growth, such as I can, I will, and you use it, I won't, I can't, those words right there, just by using those words, you've already blocked yourself from your blessing. Words and thoughts are the key to manifestation. And if your thoughts and words aren't aligned with your vision, you're never going to see it. So the first thing I realize is, you must change your thought pattern and the words that you say and speak. This is a big thing I've needed to work on myself. I have a good friend of mine who constantly tells me to stop saying I can't, stop saying I won't. And it's so true, because just by doing that, I'm cutting myself off from Creator. I'm cutting myself off from divine love. Our will is God's will. So mind over matter. We can will things. If we say we can, it will happen. God will will us through it. We must do the work on our end to do so also. Sometimes these tasks are a lot more strenuous and harder than we think, but you still got to carry through with it. With noticing this, you just got to pause and be mindful. And an exercise I've done with this is to help set intent. Wake up every day and set an intent. Whatever your goal may be that you want to attain, wake up every day and just say, I can. Give yourself positive affirmation. Remind yourself how strong you are. Remind yourself how strong your mind is. Even if that situation you're in at that current point in time seems daunting and seems like, oh, I can't get it, or oh, I'll never be able to attain this, just stop and cut that out of your head completely. Cut it out. Stop it. And tell yourself, I can. That's the first step, is mental manifestation. Telling yourself that you can. Because if you believe you can't, you won't. One thing I've also learned is that it's funny how it's easier to manifest negativity than it is positivity. One reason for I believe this is because the state in the world we're in right now, the plane in which we're in, which is pretty much a world based on the Bible. If you look at the story of Lucifer, we're in a Luciferian experiment right now. We were given free will. With that free will comes free thought. So we have the choice to think in concepts of duality, good and bad, right and wrong. But there really is no duality. It's only one. This is the trick to the world that we're in right now. Is we're kind of in a matrix to where the world we live in is a world created by Lucifer. It's a world of duality. The world of the Creator, Source, Love, there's only one path. There is no good or bad. There's only one way. Once you realize that, it helps make everything a lot easier in the way in which we view, and it helps make manifestation easier. To just understand that there is no good or bad, there just is. We have quote-unquote bad days, we have quote-unquote good days. The days just are. Accept it for what it is, and if it's a day or something you consider or might think is bad, just pause, because whatever situation you may have experienced may put you in a position to win. You just can't see it. We can't see the future, but we must have faith. Faith is the most important thing in all of this. In believing in self, and believing in our dream, and believing in our intent, and having faith to carry that through. Without faith, there's nothing. It's the most important part of everything. Understanding then that there is no good or bad, it's helped me to just realize that, okay, what I need to do is carry on. I need to thrive. And also remembering that the next day, tomorrow, is a new day. Today is over. So many blessings lie ahead. To have faith and keep positivity and keep manifesting through thoughts and words and actions to achieve what you want. We got to change our mindset. We live in a world with so much negativity around us today. It is very hard a lot of times to find positivity in situations, but we can't find the light outwards. The light comes from within. We have to be the light ourselves in order to shine and illuminate our path. Have faith, trust, believe. that being said, just going over everything, touching on the first part. Set your day right with setting intent. When you feel negative thoughts or actions, or negative thoughts or words come on, pause, be mindful. Being mindful of this is the first way to overcome it. Don't get down on yourself because you had a negative thought. The thought existed, it happened. What you can do now is change it. Change your vibration. We live in a world of resonance, a universe of resonance, sound waves, light waves. And all of this is tied together. All life is tied together through these waves. There's a gentleman, Dr. Emoto, who did a study with programming water with love. He programmed the water with love, just giving it love and putting positivity into the water and cherishing and appreciating the water. And when it froze, it formed beautiful sacred geometric patterns. When he put anger, hate, and negativity into the water, it froze in a mutated form. This just goes to show how powerful words are and our energy and what we emanate. So you got to raise your vibration first to get on the plane of ascension. Next topic I wanted to cover was also letting go of these negative thoughts that we had yesterday. Was also people that we may have in our lives that might not be aligning with our goals and dreams, that might be holding us back in blockages. Now I can attest through this that, again, in life, there might be amazing people. You might have great friends who love you, who are amazing, they're fun to hang around with and be around with. But when it comes to the topic of your spiritual growth and ascension, they might just be lower vibrational people and might not understand you and the path that you're on. So with this, you got to realize who you are, the path that you're on, the vibration you're on, where you are and where you stand, and also the level of those around you, where they are and where they stand. Now, I have amazing friends. I was one when I was younger to have a lot of friends. I'd be around a lot of people. I was big into nightlife, clubbing, partying, surrounded by all these people, but I always felt lonely in a sense. And not to denounce anybody or push anybody away or to say that they're wrong, because we're all on our own path and journey of growth. We're all at different stages in this game. And again, you might meet people that are on a higher vibrational level. You might meet people that are on a lower vibrational level. Don't write those on a lower vibrational level from you off or say, no, I can't hang around you or associate you. No, just be mindful of the situation, know where you stand, know where they stand, and make your choices and decisions based off of that. Pretty much be the light and the leader in these situations. These are the situations where you must step up and understand your role in the situation and be the light. I have friends, for so long I was like, oh, I need to get out of this. I can't be in this environment. It's bad. No, it's not good for my growth. And sometimes lower vibrational situations aren't good for our growth because we might not be at the point to recognize it, to be mindful of it, or to even just combat it and be strong enough to be in its presence and fight through it. But we must realize that, again, be mindful of where we are and who we are, self. I'm at a point, like I was saying, I realize that I get placed in situations in life. Now I understand that it's to help people. It's meant for me to be the light. And again, this coming with my path and soul journey to want to help and aid people. Again, the first step for me was to manifest this and set my intent and raise my personal vibration by believing this, by telling myself and knowing who I am, by standing true and staying true to myself and being the light in the darkness for those who need it. That's hard sometimes for a lot of us. Sometimes that darkness can try pulling us down to their level, but we can't let it. You gotta stay on your ascended plane. So sometimes in life, again, these people that we love, who we call our friends, those who bring us joy, they might not serve a purpose in our life anymore. Not to say that they're not good people, we need to denounce them, but on a day-to-day basis, in order for us to attain what we want to, we gotta sometimes trim the fat. And that means cutting people out of our lives who aren't bringing positivity, people who don't challenge us, people who don't bring the best out of us. You gotta learn to just turn away sometimes and say, hey, I love you, I respect you, but I need to go on my path now, in my journey. And that's very hard for a lot of people. That was hard for me to do with a lot of people that I knew. And a lot of times you're going to realize life will do that for you. Once you start raising your vibrational level, you'll start attracting those higher than you to help you grow and lead you on your way. Sometimes you'll attract those who are lower than you, but that's when we got to begin. Stay strong and true and be mindful and know who we are in these situations. We are the lighthouse for these people. We're not meant to be led by these people. We must be the leaders through our own actions, not just through words. We must be strong and show them what's right, the proper way to live. But there is no proper way necessarily, because we each have our own path. But rather live righteously and lead them through righteous actions. The next part I also wanted to touch on was cutting out negative habits and behaviors that are blocking us from our goals. A lot of times we cry about, oh, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough that. But you got to ask yourself, why do you not have enough? Is it because you legitimately don't have enough, or is it because you're not sacrificing in certain areas? You're not willing to give up the fun, you're not willing to give up the joy, you're not willing to struggle a bit in order to get to where you need. One thing I've learned in life is struggle is inevitable. And when it comes to reaching our goals and dreams, we can either go through self-inflicted struggle, which I like to refer to it as, better yet known in a milder term, discipline, or we can have life deal us struggle on its terms, not under ours, which majority of the time is a lot harder to deal with. I've learned it's a lot easier to just implement discipline. But doing so comes with the thought of knowing that, hey, I need to slow down, or I need to ration what I'm doing. It's not just a consume, take mentality. And once this is understood and can be implemented in your life, you're going to start seeing so many changes, so many doors, so many paths opening up, shining bright for you, leading your way, showing you where you need to go. Start communicating with higher self and have a better understanding of everything. For me, it was cutting out a lot of activities, just hanging out with friends, whether it be spending money on going out, doing leisure activities, when I could have used that money to put towards my dreams. So you got to cut out that why me mentality. Why me? Why am I going through this? A lot of times we put ourselves in the situations that we're in through our actions. With being mindful of this, you can make the path a lot easier. For instance, right now on my fitness goals, I have the choice, I'm trying to get back in shape, work back to being top optimal health, physical condition. But in order to do so, I must discipline myself. It's no longer about, hey, I can go eat a piece of cake, or hey, I can go eat a burger. No. That's not going to work if I want to achieve my goals. What I need to do is say, hey, I need to be disciplined. I need to eat what my body needs. I need to take in what will really nourish my body. And that same thing goes for mind, body, and spirit. What are we feeding our mind? What are we feeding our body? What are we feeding our spirit? Think on that for a bit. Relate to your life and think about where you'd like to be. And if you're not where you want to be, and you see that there are blockages, just take this time to reflect and think, what can I do to change? What can I cut out of my life to help me achieve and attain what I want to, my dreams, my goals, my desires? And that just takes some time, self-reflection on life and everything, and to be true with yourself. Because when you lie, you're really hurting nobody but yourself. You know the truth. That's fine. You're not hurting anybody else. It's your life that you're hurting. You're the one in the position that you don't want to be in. With this being said, I just want everybody to just sit and reflect, and thank you to my friends. Danny, first viewer, I appreciate that. Not even gonna lie, I'm a little bit shy doing this, but there's a lot more that I have to get off of my chest and like to share with the world and all of you. And the more and more I do this, I'll be able to articulate my thoughts a lot better, and I thank everybody for the patience, for bearing with me on this first episode. I know it was all over the place. It wasn't planned. It was a spur of the moment. It was me listening to my higher self to just trust and put myself out there, get out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone isn't me really being out there and talking to the world and putting myself out there for the world to see me. But I understand in order for me to reach everybody, I have to. So, again, cutting out habits, being shy, cutting out habits, wanting to isolate myself. I'm doing this right now to attain and achieve what I want to, which is to be a strong beacon of light for those out there who need guidance and trying to find their path and way of life. Thank you very much, IG Live, and tune in next time. Chakra Zulu. Blessings, love, and light. One love.